Hi again. I'm back with some more cello today, and we're going to play song number 2 from Suzuki Book 2, and it's Maytime. Now, I think this one has the same key signature, so we have to remember second fingers. But I think that the trickiest part of this song is our time signature. So when you look at the beginning of the line, you see the numbers 6, 8. That means in any given measure, you could have 6 eighth notes. And when you look at measure 11 and when you look at measure 15, you see just that, 6 eighth notes. And if you have 6 eighth notes in there, you count one time for each eighth note. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Or you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's pretty easy. So that counting is easy if you have eighth notes in there. But sometimes we have measures, or a lot of times we have measures that have something that's longer than an eighth note. So if you have a quarter note, you have to figure out how much longer a quarter note is than an eighth note. So actually a quarter note, when it's colored in with a line, equals 2 eighth notes. So skipping the very first note, but looking at the second note of the whole piece, that would get 2 counts. So 1, 2. Now the second note in that measure, or the actual third note, has a little flag. So that is an eighth note by itself. It's just not hooked to anything. That would get 1. The next note in the measure is colored in with a line. So that's a quarter note. It gets 2. The next note has a little flag, so it's an eighth note, it gets 1. The only other type of note that we have is at the beginning of the second full measure, and it is a quarter note, so colored in with a line, but it has a dot next to it. That equals 3. It gets half of the measure, so we count up to 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if I start at the very beginning, that very beginning note, the very first note has a flag, so that one's a quick one too. It's 1 eighth note by itself. I'm just going to play it on the G string with no fingers. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, rest, rest. And I say rest, rest because there's a quarter rest or quarter note rest, which breaks down into 2 eighth notes. All right, now I'll also explain this. When we play in 6/8 time, unless it's a very, very slow piece, which this one is not, it says con moto, which means with motion, so it needs to be a little bit faster. The conductor will generally, instead of conducting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the conductor will generally go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the conductor's beating 2 big pulses. Okay, within there in your head, you're thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you're breaking it down. I'm going to play the very first line for you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now I'm not sure, I moved back a little bit to, I'm not sure how much you could see, but if you look in your piece, those notes are slurred together. Mostly we've got groups of 2 notes slurred together, and most of them are smooth slurs. The very first note has a V sign in front of it. It means you're going towards the V at the tip of your bow. So you're going this direction. All right. After that, you're going to connect 2, connect 2. Some of them are separate. And I'm going to go ahead and play through the whole thing. Okay. I'll try and count out loud for some of them. Okay. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, push. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, rest, push. 1, 2. push. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, rest, push. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, rest, rest. All right, I think you did it. Good.